Hello everybody, welcome to Wilderspool Stadium for another Stones Bitter Championship clash between Brian Johnson's Warrington and George Fairbairn's Hull Kingston Rovers. We have, for Hull Kingston Rovers, Mike Fletcher, Julian Barkworth, Mike Bibby, Adam Charlesworth, Bright Sodge, Dean Clark, Wayne Parker, captain today, Dave Hoskin, Richard Chamberlain, Craig O'Brien, Chris Harrison, Rob Hutchinson, Jamie Layton, subbing today, Mike Crane and Sean Ho. For the Warrington team, Brian Johnson's men, we've got Lee Penny, Mark Foster, Alan Bateman, Jonathan Davis, Rob Myler, Kevin Ellis, Greg Mackey, Craig Teitzel, John Thursfield, Gary Chambers, Paul Cullen, Gary Sanderson, Kelly Shelford, and subs today, number 14 Paul Derbyshire and number 15 Dave Elliott. Today's team's coming into the game, Warrington with 7-5 record, and Hull KR 7-3. Warrington skipper Greg Mackey approaching the half. Greg Mackey skippering the team today in the absence of long-term injury. Bob Jackson out till Christmas. Now there is a mascot down there. I'm pleased to be able to welcome for you today 9 years old Rebecca Ellison, who attends St Barnabas School. Rebecca's hobbies are watching Warrington. She likes swimming, and a favourite player here at Wilderspool is long-serving commercial manager Paul Cullen. So thanks once again to Rebecca and her parents. I hope they've enjoyed the day today, meeting the directors, good friends of ours at Micron Video, and all the staff and management at Wilderspool Stadium. A day for her to remember. The Hull Kingston Rovers captain today is Mr. Wayne Jackson, who is wearing number 7. Today's match sponsors are UK Corrugated, now one of the main sponsors in the town of Warrington. That's that then, preliminaries well and truly, firmly, completely out of the way. Mr. Galtris, just getting the players ready to set up. And now I'll start the stopwatch. We're underway. Hull KR kick off then. Ball goes deep inside the Warrington quarter. It's Paul Cullen on a clearing run. Batters his way into Rob Hutchinson wearing 12. Hutchinson originally was named in the centre. Hutchinson wearing 12 should be a speedy second row. There's a clearing run for the quarter line. That's Thursfield throwing left for Gary Chambers. A couple of changes in the Warrington team today. Roland Phillips has got a bit of a stiff knee, nothing to worry about. He'll be back on Friday for the local derby with Lee. Meanwhile, there's Gary Sanderson. Mark Forster's found his way back into the team. Meanwhile, there's Craig Teitzel for Kelly Shelford. Shelford generates a yard, breaks a half. It's pulled down by opposing captain Wayne Jackson wearing 7 for Hull KR. Here's Jonathan Davis looking to generate the yard for the kick. Supplies the kick, he's then hauled down. Brian Galtris not interested. Hull KR in possession then. Everybody dropping back on defence. Mr. Galtris unhappy. Gives the first penalty of the day to the Robins from New Craven Park. So it's a kick for touch. About 12 metres picked up from the kick. The travelling Hull KR support gathered away to our right. The bulk of the Warrington support away to our left. There's Dave Hoskin, ex-Manly player, Australian, prop forward. Ball goes midfield, smart handling move. Craig O'Brien, local boy, on the ball. The league encounter last year at Wilderspool was a 47-26 win for the home team. That was a game that Hull KR lost by miles, but never ever thought of throwing the towel in. Always try to play open attacking football and are a credit to rugby league. So there's a tackle midfield. Dean Clark wearing 6 takes along the tackle. There's fullback Mike Fletcher, record goal kicker for the Hull KR club. Ball's at the quarter line. It is kick time for the Robins. There's your midfield bomb. Greg Mackey's got his eye on it. Bright Sodge makes a nuisance of himself. Match official has given a turnover after a forward pass. So Kelly Shelford then. Here's Gary Chambers, former Kells amateur. Craig O'Brien involved in the tackle. Warrington in their own red zone. Here's Craig Teitzel then. Piling in to the advantage line. Hooker Richard Chamberlain on the tackle. Ball comes infield. It's ex-Stato Heathman Gary Sanderson for Kelly Shelford. Lee Penny, Alan Bateman. Bateman well tackled there by Mike Bibby. Here's Shelford again. Bibby gets in 2 tackles, wearing 4. Excellent play from him. It's Mackey. Chambers busts the half, finds a yard and goes. Chris Harrison signed for Hull KR in 91, wearing 11 on the tackle. Here's Davis, right-footed, midfield bomb. Takes a shot from Jackson. Everybody's up. Ball's allowed to bounce. There's Alan Bateman heading the ball. Play on, Mike Fletcher wearing 1. Looks for support, there's none there. 3 blue and yellow jerseys affect the tackle. Now in the 4th minute, no score. Here's Bibby again. Kelly Shelford affects a tackle on this occasion. Midfield run, Richard Chamberlain. Teitzel on the tackle. Ball goes midfield. Smart hands. Chambers on the tackle. Ball right on the halfway line then. Short side run. Dave Oskin. Gang tackled involving 4 Warrington defenders. Midfield ball for loose forward Jamie Leighton. Kicks applied into the pocket. Lee Penny keeps his eye on the ball, feels it at his own try line. Sodge effects a super tackle, and Penny's tackled in goal. Round of applause drifts in from the 14 Hull KR supporters away to our right. Good to see them make the long trip. Takes dedication to follow a losing team. Hull KR, of course, capable of springing the surprise, have beaten St Helens and Bradford in the Stones Bitter Championship this season, but had a heavy defeat at Castleford. Always capable of the shock, but it may well be a long season for George Fairbairn's men. Kick-out drops at the half. Warrington's defensive chase is up. Julian Barkworth on the run. Hammered. Fozzie on the tackle, Mark Foster. Julian Barkworth signed 91. Ball's in midfield again. Teitzel starts the tackle. Chambers finishes it. Here's scrum half and captain Jackson's unloaded. Super play there for Dean Clark. Bateman on the tackle. Hull KR then going short side. Jamie Leighton. Richard Chamberlain tackled. 5th tackle coming up. 1 more drive and we'll probably see a bomb. Ball goes midfield. Chris Harrison there, well hit. Look for the kick as predicted. Ball goes infield. It's a switch kick, intelligent kick, Bright Sodge. Well, I think our match official was a bit quick to whistle there. Sodge timed his run to perfection. Bright Sodge, a player who was tentatively linked with the Warrington club earlier in the season. Nothing came of it. So here's one for the commentary position. Davis. Ball just dips in front of us. So here's the runner. It is Craig Teitzel, ex-Illawarra Steeler. Signed on a 1-year contract at Wilderspool. Here's Greg Mackey for Gary Chambers. Chambers fights for the half and makes it with Craig O'Brien holding on. Big possibility of rain at Wilderspool this afternoon. Clouds gathering. Here's Sanderson. Fighting for the half. Driven back in the tackle. Superb defensive work. Adam Charlesworth wearing 3. Supplying a bit of niggle. Ball goes midfield. It's Mackey. Kevin Ellis. Kelly Shelford spots a gap, unloads for Cullen. Super handling there. Cullen's away. Paul Cullen going cross-field. Unloads a great ball for Craig Teitzel. Enterprising play from the Warrington club there. Gets a round of applause. Here's Mackey. Hits hard and late. Match officials saw it. Clear late hit. Don't know about any malicious intent, but the penalty correctly awarded. Penalties go 2-1. 100 lines in the headmaster's study for the offender, who was Charlesworth. Now in the 8th minute. I'm advised by my colleague from New Craven Park that the centres have switched. So it's Mike Bibby wearing 3 and Adam Charlesworth wearing 4. Shoot the Warrington commentator, but that was the list I was given from the Hull KR dressing room. My apologies. So Jonathan Davis then will attempt to put 2 points on the board, finds himself maybe 9 metres inside the Robins half, fairly central. Any wind that's about, a light breeze slightly into Davis's face. Craig Teitzel's been receiving treatment for something or other from Tony Rothwell. Look at the clock again, now in the 9th minute, scores 0-0. Davis looking to put the first 2 on the board. So Davis approaches. Chair comes out, Davis is wide right. Much to the delight of the Hull KR support there. Score remains 0-0. Warrington equal third at this point in the Stones Bitter Championship. Hull KR lying in 10th. There's Lee Penny, sprinting hard. Tackled by Mike Bibby. Mackey, Ellis. Alan Bateman hits the ball hard. Takes a super tackle from Adam Charlesworth, wearing 4. Runners everywhere. Gary Chambers, head down. Busts the advantage line big style. There's Thursfield for Greg Mackey. Kevin Ellis cuts and goes, generates the space, unloads. Teitzel's going. Super running move there. Kick time for the Warrington club. Here's Kevin Ellis. Bright Sods tidies up at the back. Sods then looking to make a clearing run, unable to do so. Here's Charlesworth wearing 4, busting the quarter line. Midfield. Jackson unloads, sets up Chris Harrison wearing 11. Warrington dropping back the required 10. There's Rob Hutchinson there, spent some time at Halifax before he went to New Craven Park on a clearing run. Ball goes midfield. Brilliant tackle, Craig Teitzel. Excellent tackle there on Jamie Leighton. Ball comes infield, right below us. Mike Fletcher kicks into the pocket. Lee Penny tidies up. Penny breaks the quarter, cuts inside Jamie Leighton. Lee Penny going full tilt. Excellent run from him. Picking up 35 good metres there. Kevin Ellis feeds Greg Mackey. Chambers takes a somewhat high ball. Alan Bateman feeds Mark Forster. Brilliant run from Mark Forster there. Bit of niggle in the tackle. Sanderson's fed Paul Cullen. So the ball goes into the Hull Kingston Rovers half. Kick goes out on the full. So still all quiet here at Wilderspool Stadium then. Richard Chamberlain instigates proceedings. So there's a run midfield. Teitzel knocking the ball out in the tackle there. Paul Cullen's up quickly on defence. Harrison keeps the move alive. Super effort from him. Floodlights coming on at Wilderspool. I'm pleased to be able to inform you. Right below us, Dave Oskin, head in, picking up good yardage. Richard Chamberlain feeds skipper Wayne Jackson, who supplies the kick. Lee Penny's on the chase. Ball will go out on the full once again. Look at the clock. 13th minute, still no score at Wilderspool Stadium. So Thursfield activates Mark Forster. Bit of niggle in the tackle again, brings out a roar from the popular side. There's Chambers. Super tackle upon him from Rob Hutchinson. Hull KR look to me as though they're starting to feel a bit confident. Gary Sanderson's on the run. Charlesworth on the tackle. Here's Mackey. Spots half a yard and Match official there. Well, that was right level with your commentator. Hair's breadth decision. Match officials cannot be wrong. But he was. So the scrum will form right in front of us. Advantage for the Robins. Wayne Jackson will feed. First scrum of the afternoon goes the visitors' way. Jackson's off on a super run. Opposite number, Greg Mackey, puts a stop to it. Smart hands from Hull KR, then ball breaks the quarter line. Mike Fletcher crops up, unloads for Richard Chamberlain. Chamberlain fighting hard midfield. Hull Kingston Rovers starting to sense they can get something out of this game. Here's Jamie Leighton. Super long ball for Bright Sodge. Mark Foster gets the hand in. So, Hull Kingston Rovers then, supplying the first burst of attacking football. Second scrum of the afternoon then, should go to the Robins' advantage, has just so done. Scrum count 2-0. Hull KR have stacked deep right, juggle pass by Mike Fletcher. Lee Penny effects the tackle, yardage lost on the play. Game starting to get hot midfield now. Match official there has penalised the Warrington club for the marking in the tackle. Technically he's correct. Penalties go 2 apiece. Score should go 0-2. So we'll get the kick midfield. So Mike Fletcher then, central, 23 metres out, puts the points on the board in the 15th minute. So we get the restart then in the 15th minute, Warrington 0, Hull KR 2. Thanks to that Fletcher penalty for the illegal marking. Hull KR then with the first score on the board. Ball in the Hull KR red zone. Greg Mackey on the tackle there. Richard Chamberlain caught in possession. Here's Dave Hoskin, fighting hard, picking up good yardage. John Thursfield effecting the tackle on this occasion. Tackle breaks out there, 32 metres from the Hull KR line. Parker with the kick. Wayne Parker, captain today. Lee Penny chases back. Turns and looks. It's a good chase from the Robins. There's a huge run midfield. Tony Thornley. So that's Ellis. Well tackled. 3-man Hull KR tackle there. Tense times already in midfield. Here's Gary Sanderson unloading. John Thursfield unable to take the pass. Will be a scrum down. This is the great commentary, this, isn't it? These are the lists that were put up. I'll have to do the things again at that time, Stuart. So there's the third scrum of the afternoon to the visitors. Dean Clark caught there, Teitzel involved. Half-back Chamberlain throws inside for Wayne Parker. Big shouts for a forward pass. Match official Brian Galtris not interested. Ball goes far side through Jamie Leighton wearing 13. Good run from him. Up to now it's been all Hull Kingston Rovers. Big run midfield Craig O'Brien. Tackled at the quarter line. It is kick time then for the Robins. Parker lifts the crossfield kick. Big pressure applied to Mark Forster. Ball has touched a Hull KR player. That should be a turnover. Match official does not agree. Match official cannot be wrong. Here's Chris Harrison. Driving hard. Craig Teitzel's at him. Here's Parker. Super drop-off ball for Dave Hoskin there. Big tackle supplied Greg Mackey. All Hull KR at this point. I did say they're capable of the shots. Mike Fletcher, super tackle Lee Penny. Warrington on their own try line then, red line defence time. Hull KR stitching super passes together, there's Dean Clark. Alan Bateman effects a tackle. Kick time for the Robins then. Jamie Leighton's in possession, looking to unload a long crossfield ball. Kevin Ellis, other ideas. Super defence, that will be a turnover. Well, there, you saw a schoolboy type error, and then for the cheek, another 10 yards. Jonathan Davis put in 28 metres on the penalty. Hull Kingston Rovers should have done better there than to get penalised. Here's Greg Mackey. Gary Chambers. Tackle 32 metres out. Ball goes far side. Paul Cullen, unable to take the pass. Everything a bit disjointed at the moment for Brian Johnson's men. So here's another scrum. Fourth scrum of the afternoon should go the Robins' way. As so done. Score remains Warrington 0, Hull KR 2. We're 19 seconds from quarter time. Just the 2 points in the game. Super pass in midfield before Paul Cullen puts a stop to the move. Chamberlain instigates. Prop forward, Craig O'Brien. Ball goes into the Warrington half with Dave Oskin. Hull KR having the bulk of the play, territorially and in possession. Fletcher cropping up in the line. Tackle breaks out right on the half. It is kick time now for George Fairbairn's men. Chamberlain scoots away from acting half, unloads a basketball pass. Match official awards a scrum. Correction, turnover. So here's a full set of 6 tackles then. 3 metres shy of the half for the Warrington club. Thursfield feeds Gary Chambers. Chambers pops the ball out. Warrington keeping possession, fortunately there for them and their supporters. Here's Craig Teitzel. Attacking the advantage line. Teitzel playing the ball. It's Sanderson. Cutting inside, dragging defenders with him. Jamie Leighton and Rob Hutchinson on the tackle. Rowe goes around Wilderspool Stadium now then. Here's Mackey, Shelford, Penny. Penny steps inside. It's Teitzel. Unloads for Thursfield. Match official gives possession to Hull KR there. Warrington trying to be adventurous, coughing up possession. 22nd minute now, still 0-2. That's Kevin Ellis on the tackle. Hull KR keeping the ball tied in, making the short driving runs. The ball breaks the half with Craig O'Brien. Warrington doing all their work on defence at this point. That's Parker, throws infield. Dean Clark has a space, exploits it to the full. Greg Mackey on the tackle. Chamberlain feeds Parker. Rob Hutchinson wearing 12, breaks the quarter line and goes. Lost the ball in the tackle, referee is correct. Scrum with advantage for the Warrington club. So neither team has threatened to score a 4-pointer at this stage. Been tense stuff in midfield. Scrum count goes 4-2. Kevin Ellis is acting half for the Warrington club. Here's Cullen, breaks the quarter, feeds Lee Penny. Lee Penny still going, super effort from him. Here's Greg Mackey, Gary Chambers. Super tackle, Dave Oskin wearing 8. Applause coming in once again from the travelling support. Kevin Ellis midfield, looks for Shelford. Shelford chips the defence. Alan Bateman's flying, takes the bounce. Kelly Shelford unable to take a difficult ball. First glimpse of the power and pace in the Warrington three-quarters there, warming everybody up. So, after all that, advantage at the scrum. Scrum's presently 4-2 in favour of the Robins. Will shortly go 5-2. I've just so done. Parker unloads. That's Dean Clark. Well hit by Paul Cullen. Parker acting half. Throws infield. That's Harrison coughing the ball up. Mike Fletcher from fullback attacks the half and makes it super style. That's Chamberlain. Big tackle midfield. Craig Teitzel brings a full load with him in the tackle. There's Craig O'Brien. Short driving runs, trying to get within range to launch the bomb. Here's Parker for Leighton. Leighton unloads a short ball, ends up with Bright Sodge, cuts in field. Mark Forster wearing 2 on the tackle. Parker's lifted the skyer. Big job on here for Lee Penny. Ball's fumbled. Match official right on top of the job, gives a drop out under the bar. A close call for the Warrington defence there. Brian Johnson at the minute must be working out what he's going to say to his troops at half-time. Need some stern words. Hull Kingston Rovers can affect shocks. I've already mentioned they've beat some of the high-flying teams this year in the Stones Bitter Championship. And here they come again, crossing the half. Super tackle midfield. Gary Sanderson. Great run, Julian Barkworth. Here's Dave Hosking once again. Craig Teitzel supplying the hit. Ball comes out in the tackle. Match official on top of the job. Consults his touch judge. So a scrappy game this far in at Wilderspool Stadium. We had high excitement and high drama on Monday nights. Well, there's one of the better things in rugby league. A player kicked the ball away and his end mate to go and bring it back. If you did that in soccer, after plays would be down the main road. However, Greg Mackey makes a scrum count 5-3 for the Robins. Mackey's away on the run, taking a late shot there from Wayne Parker. However, Ellis throws left. It's Paul Cullen. Warrington players getting in each other's way somewhat on attack today. Thursfield has fed Gary Chambers. Craig O'Brien on the tackle, assisted by Rob Hutchinson. George Fairbairn will be well pleased with the effort up to this point. Here's Ellis. Alan Bateman hits the ball hard, takes a super tackle from Adam Charlesworth. Here's Ellis. Finds a yard, goes central. It's kick time then. Cold wind now blowing into the gantry. Shelford delays a ball for Bateman, who is then thrown into touch. So we'll have another scrum. This time, the advantage will go for the Robins. It is, in fact, a turnover. Commentator wrong again. Here's Harrison. So for once, Hull KR finding themselves in their own red zone. Teitzel on the tackle there. Jamie Leighton. Thursfield on the tackle. Play developing far side of the field from us in the ozone layer today. Freezing cold at the moment. Need a good burst of play to warm us up. Here's Dave Hoskin. Unloads a great ball for Dean Clark. Super play from Hoskin there. Big yardage picked up by the Robins. Now firmly on attack. Fletcher will lift a delicate kick. 3 Warrington defenders are there. Lee Penny looks to knock the ball out. Match official has awarded the try. Well, there's a shocker. We'll credit that try up here to Rob Hutchinson. That try coming in the 27th minute. Well, there you saw Fletcher lifted the kick, a delicate kick into the in-goal area. We've decided up here on the gantry it was Bibby that got the touchdown, so that's the first try of the game in the 27th minute. So Fletcher then looking to add on the 2, convert that super try for Bibby. Fletcher strikes well and is successful. Fletcher's second goal in the 28th minute makes the score 8-0 for the Robins. So there you have it, 27th minute try for Mike Bibby. After a super kick from Mike Fletcher, score reads Warrington 0, Hull Kingston Rovers 8. There's Thursfield on the tackle, more than a full score in the game. Mountains to climb for the Warrington attack. Hull KR attacking the quarter and get there successfully in the shape of Rob Hutchinson. Huge tackle below us on this occasion. It's Thursfield again. Dave Hoskin on the end of it. Ball goes midfield. Leighton unloads. Craig O'Brien in possession. Warrington drop back the required 10. There's Wayne Parker lifting a super kick. Lee Penny takes possession. Attacks the quarter, crosses it. He's then hammered by Jamie Leighton. Penny playing the ball then. Ellis throws in field. Rob Myler's off on one of his ghosting runs, picking up good yardage. Super tackle, Chris Harrison. Well, your commentator thought it was a super tackle, match official didn't. Penalty for Brian Johnson's men. Penalties go 3-2. The scrum count reads 5-3 for the Robins. We're in the 31st minute. Score reads Warrington 0, Hull Kingston Rovers 8. Warrington haven't yet sparked into life, haven't started to play. Craig Tightsall goes big midfield. Craig O'Brien supplies the tackle. Here's Mackey, Gary Chambers. Chambers fighting hard. Good defence from George Fairbairn's men so far in. Runners everywhere for the wire. It's Alan Bateman. Body swerve, beats one man, runs through 2. Third man gets a tackle in. 10 metres from the line. Warrington deciding to have a go at the ball. It's Mackey. Goes solo. Tackled by opposite number Wayne Parker. Here's Ellis. Kelly Shelford. Gary Sanderson. Warrington surging at this point. It is kick time. 10 metres to go. One tackle to go. Ellis needs to kick the ball. Tackle breaks out on the try line. Well, Warrington had a full set of 6 there. It's a roll over 2 metres inside the Halifax red zone, the Hull KR red zone. Big run midfield, Chris Harrison. Hoskin. 3-man tackle upon Hoskin there. Hull KR still repeating the formula, 4 to 5 drives, clearing runs. Chamberlain playing the ball there. Jamie Leighton's found the yard. Paul Cullen pulls off a super tackle. Leighton playing the ball then. Here's Parker, live wire scrum half. Rob Myler looking to take possession, does so in his own quarter line. Goes central, good run from him. Chamberlain on the tackle. Shelford's fed Mark Forster. Big tackle Dean Clark. Forster still going. Mark Forster makes the Hull KR half super style. Thursfield dummy half. There's Chambers. Looks for support, finds Thursfield, who is then hammered by Chamberlain. Charlesworth joins the party. Here's Bateman. Mackey. Shelford. Tightsall. Thursfield assumes a role. Greg Mackey, Kevin Ellis, long ball, Jonathan Davis. Rob Myler working a miracle to take the pass. Ball still alive. Lee Penny goes into the quarter. Chamberlain on the tackle. Kick time for the Warrington club again. Concerted pressure at last from Brian Johnson's men. Here's Mackey. Delicate chip. Bright Sudge underneath the ball. Touch judge seems to indicate the ball was touched by a Warrington player. We will have a scrum down. Advantage for the Robins. Look at the clock. Now in the 34th minute. So, scrum count goes 6-3 for the Robins. Parker well tackled there. Shelford on the tackle. Here's Bright Sodge. Spots a yard, attacks it. Super tackle, Greg Mackey. Ball goes midfield. It's Wayne Parker again. He's involved in everything for the Robins. Warrington sticking to the task on defence. Jonathan Davis gets the tackle in. So play developing right in front of us. Teitzel on the tackle, assisted by Kelly Shelford. Hoskin acting half. Jamie Leighton attacks the halfway line. Gets there successfully. Kick time for the Robins then. Look for the skyer for Lee Penny. Now Parker's kick diagonal. Rob Myler attempts to get a touch on the ball. We'll have a restart on the quarter line. Oh, quiet at Wilderspool now. We've had two Fletcher kicks and a Bibby try in the 27th minute. Warrington 0, Hull Kingston Rovers 8. Less than 5 to the hooter. There's Kevin Ellis. Ellis is going. Ellis making big yardage. Dean Clark on the tackle. Super play there. There's Shelford. Gary Chambers. Chambers well tackled. Thursfield acting half. Warrington stack up deep left. There's Mackey for Shelford. Shelford for Bateman. Bateman breaks the half. Bateman still alive. Bateman cuts in field. Super run from him. Chamberlain on the tackle. Warrington could do with a score before the hooter. It's Mackey. Ellis. Ellis throws a dummy. Cuts inside. Thursfield takes the tackle, unloads for Sanderson. Mackey takes the tackle from Sodge. No, he doesn't. Teitzel's keeping the move alive. Enterprising handling move there. Here's Shelford. Well tackled. It is kick time for the Warrington club. One tackle to go, 18 metres to go, 3 minutes to the break. Mackey lifts a crossfield kick. Mark Forster's there first. It's a bagatelle job. Kevin Ellis touches down in the 37th minute. A long handling move finally resulted in Greg Mackey supplying a crossfield kick. Mark Forster seemed to get there first. Everybody froze for an instant. Kevin Ellis, alert as ever, touchdown right behind the posts in the 37th minute, making the score. Warrington 4, Hull Kingston Rovers 8, with Jonathan Davis there on your screen to add the 2. Davis is successful. In the 37th minute, score goes 6-8. So here is the restart then with the score reading 6-8. I just said Warrington needed a score before half-time, finding themselves now only 2 points behind in this vital Stones Bitter Championship game. Big tackle breaking out midfield there. Less than 2 minutes to the hooter. There's Paul Cullen. Warrington starting to look a yard and a half faster. Brilliant effort from Paul Cullen there. Rampaging, Sanderson, Mackey, Ellis, Bateman. Bateman makes the yardage. Bateman breaks the half. Bateman has the space, pace and desire. Here's Greg Mackey, almost tripped. Mackey still going. Have another look at that for a piece of attacking play. Right out of defence, big credit. Alan Bateman. Here's Ellis. Cuts, releases a ball. Jonathan Davis fumbles the pass. After all the fun and games, possession for Hull KR. 6-8 to score at the moment. I would say that's fair enough on the run of play. But in the last 5, Warrington have decided to play some ball. Have looked twice as good. So here's Harrison. Well hit in the tackle by Kelly Shelford. Sanderson on the tackle there, assisted by Mark Forster, back in the first team. Here's Dave Hoskin. Thursfield on the tackle. 30 seconds to the break. Warrington 6, Hull KR 8. 2 tries have been scored this far in. Parker trying to instigate another there. Super run from him. It's kick time for the Robins. Somebody's picked up a knock in the tackle. Match official, Brian Goldsmith, stops the clock. I'll recap the first half for you so far. Scrum count is 6-3 for the Robins. Penalties 3-2 for the Wire. Score reads Warrington 6, Hull KR 8. Not sure who's got the knock. Look, I believe it's Parker. Looks to be an ankle maybe, or a knee. Must have been twisted in the tackle. Hull Kingston Rovers and Warrington, 2 of the most entertaining teams to watch in the Stones Bitter First Division. You can usually guarantee 30-40 points when they meet. Hull Kingston Rovers player still not moving. Next up for the Wilderspool men, Friday night game, Lee at Wilderspool. Looking at the fixtures, the way they've fallen, Warrington should be able to have themselves at the top of the league at Christmas. We'll have to wait and see on that. Back to today, it's kick time for the Robins. Fletcher obliges. High midfield bomb, that will come down in space. Chamberlain unloads, takes a late shot. Kelly Shelford's going, feeds Teitzel. Teitzel looks for runners, pops it up. Rob Myler is going. Rob Myler looks at Sodge. Super attacking rugby league from the Warrington club there. Well, the hooter goes, halting a good, strong attacking move. Half-time score after tries from Davis and Bibby for either team reads Warrington 6, Hull Kingston Rovers 8. So here we go for the second half then, in this somewhat tense Stones Bitter Championship game. Score at the moment, Warrington 6, Hull KR 8. Warrington on a 5-2 record, Hull KR on a 3-4. But as I've said, capable of beating the best. They've already beaten Saints and Bradford. Warrington with a job on. There's Thursfield in the tackle there with Sanderson and Kevin Ellis. I'm looking round the personnel for substitutions. None jump out and say boo at me. There's a juggle pass in the Hull KR quarter. Craig O'Brien was caught in possession there. Risky ball deep inside their own red zone. Hull KR have come to play. Super tackle there on Adam Charlesworth. Good run from him. Kick time already for George Fairbairn's men. Here's outstanding captain Wayne Parker with the kick. Lee Penny, ball sits up in front of him. Gathers, sets off on the run. Here's Mark Forster. Tackled 11 metres shy of the half. Leighton on the tackle. Here's Gary Chambers, former Kells amateur, picking up big yardage running. Super effort from him there. Craig Teitzel looking for runners. Paul Cullen keeps the move alive. There's a whistle for incorrect marking. One of those technical penalties. Match officials correct. Let's have a look at the penalty count. Goes 4-2 in favour of Brian Johnson's men. Jonathan Davis has elected to go for the goal. I can still identify no substitutions at half-time. Brian Johnson will have had some strong words. George Fairbairn will have been quite happy with his team's performance. Davis will find himself 15 metres inside the Hull Kingston Rovers half, 12 metres in from the left-hand touch line. Little wind to speak of on this cold day at Wilderspool Stadium. Davis just kicked the one goal so far in the 37th minute, the simple conversion after the Kevin Ellis touchdown. So hush goes round, most of the Wilderspool crowd. Davis taking his time as ever, approaches the ball. That looks good from here. Kick is successful. In the 42nd minute, score goes 8 apiece. So there we have it. Offence for incorrect marking. Davis obliges with the 2. It's 8 apiece, delicately balanced, nothing between the teams. Hull KR were many people's favourites for the drop. On today's showing, they will safely avoid that. Here's Shelford. Warrington yet to show their best. Monday night they were outstanding in all departments against Halifax. Here's Chambers. Evades a high shot from Hoskin, match official. Credit to him, letting the game flow. Sanderson takes a huge hit from Hosking once again. Thursfield acting half. That's Teitzel. Driving hard. Leighton on the tackle wearing 13. It is kick time for the home team. Jonathan Davis. Huge midfield bomb. Super take, Mike Fletcher. Bright Sodge takes the tackle. Sanderson on the tackle there. Hull Kingston Rovers then, still in the ascendancy. Chris Harrison, signed for the Robins in 1991. Outstanding scrum half Parker feeds inside. Thursfield on the tackle. So the ball's coming our way. Sanderson on the tackle once more. Busy hooker Richard Chamberlain. Caught in possession there. Warrington dropped back the required 10. Here's Hosking. Former Manly prop gets a great ball out again. Chamberlain caught in possession. Teitzel super tackle. Hull KR then looks to launch the 3/4. Rob Myler, super take. Looks to break the half. Does it successfully. Runs straight into Robins fullback, Mike Fletcher. Here's Lee Penny. Hull Kingston Rovers finished 10th in the Stones Bitter Championship last year. Warrington finished 8th, so there wasn't a lot between them then. There's Mackey, Kelly Shelford, Alan Bateman. Unloads, Shelford takes the tackle, may have lost the ball. Match official whistles will result in a scrum down. Advantage for the Robins. Bulk of the crowd at Wilderspool quiet at this point. Scrum count presently 6-3 for the Robins. Has now gone 7-3 for the Robins. Match officials whistled again. Believe we have a forward pass decision. Advantage this time will go to the Warrington club. Today's skipper Mackey will feed. Scrums go 7-4. Thanks very much to today's match sponsors, UK Corrugated. Jonathan Davis, well tackled there. Gary Chambers, well hit. To put it quite bluntly, a draw today for Brian Johnson's men would not be good enough. There's Thursfield, well tackled. Here's Mackey. Runners everywhere. It's Shelford. Looks at Davis, unloads. Shelford tackled immediately. Jamie Layton on the tackle. Here's Greg Mackey. Craig Tightsoe. Lots for runners. There's nobody offering themselves. Thursfield turns up. Possession for the Robins. Jamie Layton got on the end of the ball well there. Here's Parker. Super pass midfield. Harrison's going. Harrison well backing up there. Mackey got in a great tackle. Parker's unloaded again. Hull KR calling the shots at this point. We'll look at the clock in the 48th minute now. That's Dave Hoskin. 32 metres out then. Hull KR has stacked deep right. Here's Parker. Shows a dummy. Hutchinson wearing 12. We've got a bit of unsocial event off the ball between the two scrum halves. Game's progressing. Dean Clark, quick thinker, lifts a good midfield bomb. Lee Penny must take. Lee Penny takes super style, sets off on the run. Have another look at that piece of play there. Well, that's a ridiculous decision. Your commentator had better be quiet. Not had many penalties in the game. Penalty count 4-3 for Brian Johnson's men. Greg Mackey as skipper querying the decision. That'll do him no good. 2 points will be put on the board, allegedly, for trying to steal the ball in the tackle. I've had a go at the ref. You have a look on your video. Who's right, him or me? Greg Mackey getting some rather gutter level barracking from the Robins supporters. I'm sure they'll enjoy that. Meanwhile, midfield, Mike Fletcher, central, 29 metres out, should be successful, and is in the 48th minute. Well, the touch judge has come on for something or other, I don't know. That appears to have taken place so far behind play, it's untrue, but a Hull Kingston Rovers player, captain Wayne Parker, wearing 7, being called out. Once again, the score is now Warrington 8, Hull Kingston Rovers 10. Hull KR's points, 3 Fletcher kicks, a Bibby try. My cameraman, Stuart Wilson, pointing out that warning must have been for an offence before the score, whatever, score reads 8-10. Got a debate there for the aficionados in the crowd. We will have a scrum down, midway inside the Halifax, the Hull KR red zone. Scrum count presently, 7-4 for the Robins. This game is threatening to explode any minute, one way or the other. Parker feeds. Scrum count 8-4. It's a clearing run, Julian Barkworth. Not seen a lot of him today. Ball goes infield. Thursfield on the tackle. Now we're starting to see some fire in the Warrington defence. Sanderson supplying a crash tackle there. Rowe goes round Wilderspill. Sanderson's in again. Things are starting to get hot at long last. Here's Dave Hoskin. Well hammered. Little yardage being picked up. Craig O'Brien. Short run. Looks to unload for Chamberlain. It is kick time for the Robins. Slender 2-point advantage. Parker kicks central. Lee Penny's cropped up on the far side. Crosses the quarter now. Looks at Jamie Layton, cuts and goes. 3-man tackle. 2 Stones bitter points still up for grabs here at Wilderspill. Here's Mark Forster taking a big tackle. Mike Bibby on the tackle there, wearing 3. Thursfield's gone off on a short run, takes a high-ish tackle from Dean Clark. Game goes on. Paul Cullen breaks the half. Paul Cullen picking up big yardage running. Super effort from him. And a bit of lates in the tackle, that's not recommended. Kevin Ellis, used as a dummy by Davis. Davis on one of his super amazing runs. Warrington starting to click. Here's Mackey. Kelly Shelford. Shelford cutting back and in and out. Feeds Teitzel. Teitzel supplies a short kick. Possession for Hull KR. Craig Teitzel had no option there. Nothing whatsoever was open for him. It was the last tackle anyway. Whatever. Parker throws in field for Harrison. Parker regathers and is then battered. Recap on the score. 53rd minute. Warrington 8, Hull KR 10. Leighton's fed a good pass out there. Thursfield on the tackle. Warrington battling to keep Rovers in their own red zone. There's an example there. Paul Cullen, super tackle, assisted by Gary Sanderson. Chamberlain, Parker, Harrison. Ball has still not crossed the quarter line, and it is kick time. Super defensive effort there. Cullen's on the charge. Super kicks applied Mike Fletcher. Lee Penny again, looks at the half. Lee Penny still going, takes the tackle. Mike Bibby wearing 3, assisted by Mike Fletcher wearing 1. Super bit of rugby league there. Good kick, good chase, good take. Here's Warrington skipper Greg Mackey. Feeds inside for Shelford. Bibby on the tackle once again. It's Thursfield. Gary Chambers. Kelly Shelford. Kevin Ellis. Ellis surrounded. Super attacking play there. Bit of a roar coming in from the crowd and a whistle. Results in a penalty. I'm just looking across to the far side. Dean Clark wearing 6 is leaving the field. I'm trying to figure out who's come on. More of that later. Jonathan Davis, 13 metres inside the Robins half. Maybe the same again in from the right-hand touch line, fairly central. Look at the clock, 54th minute. Present score, Warrington 8, Hull Kingston Rovers 10. Priceless 2 points. If Jonathan Davis can oblige, would make the score level. That would be a fair reflection of the play. Crowd like it. 54th minute, score goes 10 apiece. So that offence in the tackle there that resulted in Davis putting the 2 points on the board could be costly for the Robins. Coaches don't like to see unnecessary penalties. Whatever, game's progressing. Once again, now in the 55th of 80, the score reads 10-10. Only one try for each team so far. Warrington's in the 37th minute from Ellis. Rovers in the 27th minute from Bibby. Rest of the scoring has been from the boots of Davis and Fletcher. Here's Chambers, working hard as usual. It is in fact number 14, Mike Crane, who was on the park for the Robins, in place of Dean Clark, who was wearing 6. Speculative pass there, Warrington trying to turn on the attacking flair. There's Paul Cullen. Cullen beats one man, takes on the second. Picks up good yardage. Kick time for the wire then. It is Davis to supply the kick. Gets it away, no problem. Mike Fletcher wearing 1. Feeds Sodge, who crosses the quarter line. Great defensive chase from Brian Johnson's men. Touch judge far side, makes some sort of gesture to the match official. I believe the ball was knocked forward. Commentator's correct, but only because the cameraman told him. So we will have a scrum down then. Are things starting to go Warrington's way? Scrum count presently 8-4 for the Robins, now 8-5 for the Robins. Here's a set of 6 then for the Warrington club. Deep inside the Robins half. Paul Cullen. getting shut of Charlesworth there, no problem. Here's Greg Mackey, Kelly Shelford. Shelford well bottled up. Fletcher on the tackle. Here's Craig Tightsall, looking to break the advantage line, going hard. Thursfield, Mackey, Kevin Ellis, Davis. Davis cuts and goes. Davis, what a try! Have another look at that. Time and time again, Jonathan Davis gets the ball when nothing's on and does things like that. What can you say? Well, there you saw, I've just said it, time and time again, Davis gets the ball with nothing on. The ball went through Mackey and Ellis. Ellis showed the dummy about the quarter-line area. Davis takes the ball, 3 defenders round him, looks at them, pretends they're not there, sprints in, super try. Now then, that super try there, once again. Davis taking the ball, there seemed to be nothing on after Mackey and Ellis had handled. Defence couldn't get near Davis, super pace, and dove in. Gary Chambers takes the... Well, the match official will award the penalty for something or other. The ball didn't go 10 yards, but the penalty has been given to the Robins. Well, if that makes any sense to you, you know more about rugby league than me. Ridiculous decision. Anyway, penalties go. Stuart Wilson advises me that the referee is correct. Apparently, the Warrington team should have let the ball hit the ground without going the full 10. Just to make matters worse, Gary Chambers has picked up a knock. I'll recap the game. Scrum count 8-5 for the Robins. Penalties 5-4 for the Wire. Score reads 14-10 for the Wire. So 3 tries in the game at this point. 2 for the Warrington club from Ellis and Davis. 1 for Hull KR from Bibby. Gary Chambers, I would have done exactly the same as him. Perhaps that's one of those rules that needs changing. The ball would not have gone the full 10. However, Gary Chambers is able to carry on, thankfully. Meanwhile, the penalty will result at the half. Fletcher place kick for touch. Picks up good yardage. Hull Kingston Rovers will have a full set of 6 then. A metre shy of the quarter. There's Harrison. Just the 4 in the game, remember, less than a full score. We're now on 3/4 time, 60 of 80 played. There's Hoskin going central. Hull KR fans warming themselves up away to our right. Parker in possession, finds a yard. Shelford puts a stop to the move. 10 metres to go then. Here's Leighton running across the Warrington defence. Leighton takes the tackle of Paul Cullen. Yardage lost on the play. Tackles being used up. Here's Fletcher from full-back. 4 blue and yellow jerseys there to effect the tackle. There's Chamberlain. There's Crane, the sub. Kicks out on the full. Wasted opportunity from Hull KR there. Still 4 points in the game. Shelford restarts at the quarter. Is Mark Forster. Mark Forster picking up good yardage. And taking a late shot. Late and unnecessary shot from Bright Sodge. Whatever, game's going on. Sanderson's at it midfield. Fighting for the half. He's tackled 2 metres short. There's Tightsall. Leighton on the tackle. Thursfield goes to acting half. Look for Chambers on the run. Head down central. Chambers fighting hard, picking up good yards. 3 Hull KR tacklers there. Amongst them Jamie Leighton. Look for Mackey to instigate the runners. Here's Ellis. Run around, move work there. Bateman takes possession. Kick time. Look for a midfield bomb from the boot of Greg Mackey. Mackey gets the kick off successfully. Super play there in the Hull KR defence. Warrington unveiling another attacking option. Julian Barkworth had a quiet afternoon. Pulled his club out the fire there. Hull KR then, short clearing runs. Warrington keeping the pressure on. Here's Hosking. Warrington then starting to get the upper hand. There's a super tackle from Craig Teitzel. We've got some abuse coming in away from the left. Don't know what that's about. Parker chips the ball up, great style. Greg Mackey takes on the run. Super take from him. And he's then hammered illegally by Mike Fletcher. This game has threatened to get out of control once or twice. Penalty to the wire there. Penalty count 6-4 for the wire. Well, there's a blow for the Robins. Inspirational captain Wayne Parker, wearing 7, has left the field. Number 15, Sean Ho, comes on in the 64th of 80 minutes. Parker was having an outstanding game for the visitors, has picked up a knock to his arm. Here's Chambers, rampaging, what an effort. Tackles are starting to get borderline once again. Here's Mackey, Teitzel, looking for support, none there. Thursfield acting half. Greg Mackey, long ball, Kelly Shelford, another upstairs tackle. Here's Bateman, Greg Mackey, feeds Chambers, who scores the try. Super backup try there for Gary Chambers in the 64th minute. So that Gary Chambers try there in the 64th minute, making the score. Warrington 18, Hull KR 10. Looking at the clock, 67th of 80 minutes, less than 13 to go. 8 points in the game, more than a full converted score. I doubt whether Davis should try and put 2 on the board from there. He will kick the touch. Warrington starting to stretch out a little bit then. 3 tries to 1 now in their favour. Super try there from Chambers on a good support run, crashed over. Meanwhile, is Teitzel, instrumental in that last try. Always takes 3 defenders to put Teitzel away. Here's Chambers steaming in, breaks the quarter line, drags defenders with him. Here's Sanderson on the charge. Warrington starting to look as though they could score at will. Hull KR fading somewhat. There's Kelly Shelford going hard and central. Warrington pressing again, closer and closer. Here's Mackey. Long ball for Teitzel. Teitzel unable to unload. Super tackle Julian Barkworth, smothering the ball. Mackey, it is kick time. Ellis goes for the drop goal. Drops a Hull KR, touches a Hull KR player. Drop restart under the bar. Fletcher Enders enjoying every moment of that. While we've got a break in play, don't forget the Wolf Pack. If you've got kids 16 or under, one £10 payment. Repeat, one £10 payment. You can come and watch every game at Wilderspool for free. Here's Ellis on the run, looking nippy. Well tackled. Thursfield goes to acting half. Bit of niggle in the tackle again from Hosking. Meanwhile, Gary Chambers hits the ball again for the 100th time today. Warrington stacked deep left, look for runners. Here's Mackey. Feeds Ellis for Cullen. Super tackle on Paul Cullen there. Cullen manages to unload, great style. Shelford's gone through a hole. Shelford attacks the try line. Kelly Shelford scores a wonderful try. Have another look at that. Well, there you saw Paul Cullen. The move looked to have died, but Cullen, been playing this game 13 years at top level, got the ball away. It was fed to Shelford, crashed onto the ball. Looked as though the defenders would win the tug of war. Kelly Shelford, amazing upper body strength and sprinting power, crashing in super style there in the 69th minute, making the score 22-10. Davis will convert, won't miss this one. Giggles on the gantry, I'd wrote his last one down and he missed it. Score goes 24-10 in the 70th minute. Well, there you saw Gary Chambers wearing 8, leaving to a hero's reception. Chambers wearing 8 leaves the park. Dave Elliott wearing 15 comes onto the park. So 8 Chambers off, Elliott 15 on. Once again, recap of the score, 24-10. Less than 10 minutes to go now. Scrum forming right in front of our commentary position. Scrum count presently 8-5 in favour of the Robins. Warrington definitely starting to stretch out with this game now. Bit of argy-bargy in the front rows. I don't know what's going on here. We've got a substitution flag raised. Olver's left the park. Scrum for the Warrington club there. Scrum count goes 8-6 in favour of the Robins. 14 points the difference now, less than 10 to go. Here's Dave Elliott, has been outstanding in the Alliance this season, wearing 15 there. Elliott from Whitehaven. Shelford's just fed Rob Myler right below us. Thursfield acting half. Here's Teitzel coming into the game now, more and more. Sean Ho wearing 15 on the tackle. Here's Mackey. Ellis. Davis missed out for Lee Penny. Penny cuts. Can't quite bust the line. 4 tries now in this exciting second half for the Warrington club. Plenty of blue and yellow chasers are there. Shelford supplies a crash tackle. Big round of applause from everybody for that. Julian Bartworth having a run. Tackle 10 metres out. Chamberlain throws left. That's Harrison. Fighting for the quarter, gets a good style. There's Craig O'Brien wearing 10. Hull KR have found it difficult to get into the second half here at Wilderspool Stadium. Big tackle right in front of us there, Craig Teitzel. Kick time for the Robins. That's Mike Crane getting the kick away. Rob Myler sprints back. Myler takes possession, 6 metres out. Plenty of red and white shirts in front of him. Mike Crane gets a good tackle in. All quiet now at Wilderspool after that 15-minute burst of fun. Lee Penny crosses the quarter. Dave Oskin gets involved in the tackle. Thursfield acting half. Here is Dave Elliott. Dave Elliott from the Whitehaven area, been at Wilderspool many years, pressing hard for the first team shirt. Ellis there, taking a risky ball. Warrington playing a bit of basketball, throwing it about to keep warm. Teitzel well tackled there. Teitzel playing the ball. Teitzel retakes possession, breaks the half, looks for the runners. Big tackle upon Teitzel. Here's Mackey. Mackey missed out for Ellis. Kevin Ellis then sees a yard, attacks it, unloads a great ball. Bad looking tackle in midfield there on Greg Mackey. Match officials are quite happy with it. Bright Sodge getting in the big hit. Chamberlain restarts proceedings. Super tackle Greg Mackey. Crash tackle there on Sean Ho. Ball goes midfield. Harrison almost busting the advantage line. I can see another sub warming up far side for the Warrington club. Mackey on the tackle again, this time on Fletcher. There's Leighton, has had a good afternoon for the visitors. Chamberlain, Mike Crane. Game dying somewhat now, less than 5 to go. Score 24-10 in favour of the home team. Brian Johnson's man. Ellis does a super take, looks to go. Super tackle exacted there, Dean Clark. Jonathan Davis, almost away again. Craig O'Brien on the tackle. Davis playing the ball. Here's Gary Sanderson taking a tackle. Jamie Leighton on the tackle. Converted score now would put 30 on the board for the Warrington club. Big run midfield. Dave Elliott. Here's Mackey. Cuts, finds a yard. Cuts again. Cuts again. Looks for runners. Torpedo pass. Mark Forster. Tremendous rugby league there. Greg Mackey almost getting a try scored out of nothing. Sloppy infield ball. Teitzel tidies up. This Shelford missed out for Bateman. Now they are playing basketball. Paul Cullen looks to keep the move alive. Match official correctly rules the tackle completed. It will be a rollover. Enterprising play from the wire at that point though. Craig O'Brien, short run, Sanderson on the tackle. So here's Chamberlain, throws infield. Long ball there for Harrison. Everybody's on the tackle. 2 Stones Bitter Championship points safely in the bag then for Brian Johnson's men. Their record will now go 6-2. Are starting to look genuine championship material this season. There's Leighton. George Fairburn and his men could take some consolation from bossing the first half. A fell away somewhat in the second half. There's a great short ball from Hoskin there. 3 metres shy of the half. Less than 3 minutes to go. 24-10. 5-try game here at Wilderspool now. Lee Penny needs to keep himself alert there. Lee Penny's fumbled it. Chamberlain looks a kicking goal. Match official's right there. Looks at his touch judge. I believe we'll get a knock on. We may have a Warrington player touch the ball in an offside position. Whatever. Match officials, as I've said, can't be wrong. Dave Elliott's away on the run. Hull KR again should have come away with something there. There's Lee Penny. Busts the quarter line good style. Start thinking about men of the match. Well, Wayne Parker was in the running until he got his knock. For the Warrington club, it would have to be Gary Chambers. Here's Cullen. Leighton tries to get the tackle in. Cullen unloads. Here's Rob Myler. He can go through defences. He's doing so at the moment. Makes the half. So Gary Chambers, the Warrington man of the match for me. I'll just mark that down on my bit of paper. Still thinking about Hull KR. Kick aim there. Super kick. Slide rule job. So the scrum will form 10 metres from the Hull KR try line, midway inside their quarter. Scrum for the Robins. Scrum count goes 9-6 in their favour. My man of the match for Hull KR today will be Craig O'Brien. There's Harrison midfield. Look at the clock again. Less than 1 minute, 51 seconds to the hooter on my clock. Score 24-10. Try of the game from Davis, as usual. In the 57th minute. Gary Chambers' effort wasn't far behind it. Second half from the Warrington point of view, twice as good as the first. From the Hull KR point of view, twice as bad as the first. Here's Hoskin midfield and loads a great ball for Fletcher. Ball's out in the tackle. Paul Cullen cleans up. So Warrington will look to record another win on Friday night. Try and be here for that at Wilderspool Stadium. The visit of Lee. Ellis unloads behind him. Rob Myler in possession right below us. They're queuing up to have a go at him. Myler keeping hold. Here's the time for 6 more points for the Warrington club to get the 30 up. Here's Mackey, Paul Cullen, Kelly Shelford, Jonathan Davis. What a pass. Lee Penny, there's an overlap. Penny's cut inside. Penny's still going. What a pass from Davis there. There was a man outside Lee Penny. He chose to cut inside. However, here's Ellis. Cuts, goes back in field. Ellis still fighting, leaving defenders trailing. I'm looking for a kick time sign. It is not forthcoming. Warrington with tackles in hand. Greg Mackey feeds Sanderson, feeds Kevin Ellis. Ellis cuts, pulled down 2 metres short. Now we get the kick time sign. It's now or never, as they say. Long ball out wide. Bit of kerfuffle. Brightsodge comes up in possession. We have a penalty there, awarded to the Warrington club. Must have been a bit of a slap in the tackle. Penalty count. 7-4 on my sheet in favour of the Warrington club. Warrington will run the ball. We're in the 2nd minute of injury time. There's Ellis, Paul Cullen, Rob Myler. No options. Mike Bibby on the tackle, wearing 3. Hulkeas tries scorer in the 27th minute. Well, there we have the final hooter. Warrington running out. 24 points to 10 winners. Exciting second half after a dour first half. Hulkeas single try from Bibby. Warrington's tries from Ellis, Davis, Chambers and Shelford. Men of the match for me were Gary Chambers and Craig O'Brien. Thanks to match sponsors UK Corrugated Limited. Without their support, Rugby League would not take place at Wilderspool. Muted applause, I suppose you can say, from the crowd here at Wilderspool. Warrington's players acknowledging the support. It has not been an easy game. Hull Kingston Rovers are by no means a pushover team. They will play worse than that and win games.